H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is Tuesday. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a unique day. Text, tag, and tell your friends. It's going to have unique and nuanced conversations about a plethora of things, but stuff, you got to understand, man. Like some people were telling me yesterday, and one thing I love about this chop shop is Casey Small, that we get a chance. I liken it to us sitting in the world's messiest intersection. Us sitting in the middle of of the world's messiest intersection. Race, sports, high school basketball, summer basketball, grassroots basketball, the law, gender. I mean, everything. We sit in this intersection and we talk and share about things that are going on in our community. And it's a unique platform. I don't think it's nothing like it. And because you are able in real time to contribute to it. And I don't think y'all realize how important that. A friend of mine called me this morning and just explained to me the value. He liked to, keep a battery in my back and understand the value, Dunzel Hinton, of having a platform like this. Dunzel, I've seen your name before. I think I have. But if you're new to the show, share the show. Tell your friends. Tell another friend. Tell another friend. I just don't understand. If I was y'all and I had an opportunity to watch and contribute on a show like this every single day, like y'all have the right to do, man, I would share it. Like I told somebody the other day, just don't like me, share me. Even if you mad at me, share the show, because your friend, your family, somebody around the world and somebody around the country. I got friends in Thailand that watch the show, and it's a unique situation. And my partner was just talking to me this morning. He said, "Man, you said something yesterday that blew me away." And y'all got to understand. He said, "People might not understand what you said yesterday, but I got it." I said, "What you mean now?" He said, "You said that when you get information and you done vetted it and you done seen it and you done proved it, you done watched it move in your life, you share with others and you share with us." He said, "People probably just still don't understand it. So maybe I have to say it again today. I'm not this brilliant." So, some people say, "Oh, he think he know." No, y'all, I ain't Mr. Know-it-all. I'm Mr. Study-all. I just always want to study. I always want to see, because I didn't have these habits when I was a young kid. I wish I would have, but didn't nobody explain to me the value of knowing things when I was young. So, Jay Jackson, I don't want our next generation, I don't want another Robert Hatter to grow up. Jay Jackson, Yolanda, did not know, study yourself and show yourself approved. That's biblical. I didn't have that. If I had had that. So when I'm talking on this show, I'm literally leaving a digital footprint for the future, Patrick Henry. That's why I don't deal in mess. People think this show today, and it might have some topics in here, because I told you, we live in the world. This chop shop, we live in the world's messiest intersection. This thing called life, and things happen in our basketball community, everywhere. And I just like for us to be able to talk about different things. I told y'all, I got jaded. I went to this barbershop and these guys was in there, you know, they were talking about soccer. I ain't know nothing about soccer. Excuse me, football, as they call it. And they were just talking and talking and talking. And they was knowledgeable. Oh my God, about the football. You know, the football, the soccer. And Terrence Fogley. But it turned to politics and they start talking about, I'll never forget it, back then they was talking about the disparities in the new laws that are very unequal for crack cocaine and people getting sentences for powder cocaine. And the Justice Department was dealing with that. And those guys just went right into that with the same smarts and the same vim, vigor, and vitality as they gave to a sports topic. Ricky Scott, that kind of blew me away. I saw you done snuck in. Terrence Foley, I'm sitting there listening. Them dudes went from talking sports, politics, and knew what the hell he was talking about. So, that's what I think about this chop shop. Being able to be nimble. You know, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. To be able to go in and out and be able to talk about all aspects of life, like you, the chop shop, barber shop, chop shop, chopping it up in the barber shop. You follow me? But I know Jimmy gonna come on in a little bit. I don't know what time, so I got to do the show. But I got quite it's a big night in NBA tonight. The final night of the group play in the Emirates NBA Cup. A couple of games in the East to really focus on is Orlando Magic's against the Knicks. The winner, whoever wins this game wins the group. And the late game, Golden State versus Denver. If Golden State wins, they clinch the group. If they lose, things get complicated. Phoenix could also get in with a win. Let me see. Dallas is at home against Memphis. They need a win for a potential wild card spot. Same thing for Oklahoma City, could win their group if they get win against Utah tonight. Portland even still has a chance. Shout out to Chauncey Billups and that crew out there. Believe it or not, they play the Clippers, and but they would need a whole lot of things for it to break their way. But Jay Jackson said, real talk, I try suggesting a study habit, work ethic to kids. I didn't have one myself when I was a kid, except for basketball. They ain't trying to hear it. Yeah, that's all right. You just ain't gave them the right thing. Kids don't want to empty the garbage, but they have to. You got to be creative. Like, these are smart kids these days, Jay Jackson. What's up, Eric Ridgeway? These are smart. What's up, Landon R1? These are some smart kids. Look how you saying, I try suggesting study habits. No, you got to show them. You got to show them what you do. You got to show them this show. You got to say, man, watch this show. That guy studies and come on this show and be able to deliver to us all of this stuff every day. Original content, Monday through Thursday. You got to use stuff, man. You got to use find out what they love and use an analogy in what they like. Find out what they like. You got man, the key to education, Jay Jackson, is the people. You got to understand the people. If you don't understand the people, you ain't gonna never get through. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear it because of the way you delivering it. Maybe it's you. You follow me? Who else on here? Tamika. Hey, Tamika, where you been? Shout out. I saw you You posted something about your son. I see you ain't said nothing. Come on and speak. Josephine, my sister-in-law, she in the building. The mayor Dion is in the building. Y'all trying to sneak in, and I'm catching y'all over here. But you're not popping up on the screen because you ain't said nothing. But it's okay, y'all. It's okay. This is y'all platform to be able to share. I'm just thinking about stuff, man. I'm just reflecting because over the years, I believed before Deion Sanders ever stepped on a Jackson State campus. Robert Hatter was on this show going against my other two hosts of the show. I was saying, man, what if these black stars, athletes, instead of going to these PWIs, why can't they go to a HBCU? Tamika, I miss you though. Why can't they go? This was before the Deion stuff happened now, y'all. Y'all got to go back. Y'all got to go back and look at the shows before that time. I used to, everybody, that'll never happen. That dude ain't gonna fumble the bag and messing around with no damn HBCUs, Robert. It's not gonna happen, Robert. Then Makir Maker, he goes to Howard. He didn't go to the NBA, probably overseas, making a whole lot of money. But everybody ain't gonna go to the NBA. Everybody ain't gonna go to the league. But when the 5-star guys start going to these universities, man, that's why they had to get Prime out of there. I keep trying to show y'all the move. Somebody just text me. Let me see what they want. I tried to show y'all the move. They said, let's get this Negro out of here. Because he messing up. Because he messed around and get a budget like ours. Y'all got to share something with y'all too. You know what? Forget all of this. I'm finna share this with y'all. No, I share it later. Because it's gonna culminate with something. But I'm just sitting there and I'm watching them. But I think about this guy. Never forget, Travis was hurt at Jackson State. Travis Hunter was 5-star athlete, best athlete in the world. He came, 5-star athlete. He came to Jackson State. They put him down to 4 stars. So I never forget he was hurt. He had got hurt. Something had happened and he wasn't healthy. And Prime wasn't letting him play. He said, man, I'm not gonna let you play until you're right, man. I care about you, son. Share this show, y'all. This gonna be good. I remember this moment. Y'all, they crying. And he just said, thank you, coach, for believing. He said, dude, I'm not gonna put you in harm's way, man. I know you want to play. I want you to play. But baby, I care about you. You're like a son to me. I'm not gonna put you in that position. Y'all understand me? See, y'all, I know y'all forgets that kind of stuff, but you gotta understand. I spoke that kind of stuff in existence. And you don't have to even give me the credit for it. Happy birthday, Freight. I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday, man. One of the first guys, he know all of this. One of the first guys, when I first people that support the Chop Shop, Kevin Freeman. He'd have been on the show and watches the show. Some people we done had on the show, they don't even watch the show no more. F them. Negro. And they've been on the show. But I was thinking about that game, that cheerful embrace. Sonya, my girl, Rio de Janeiro, San Paulo, uh, 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 the Christoph statue. Oh, Brazil, y'all, I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. Did it? I mean, you and Mike, y'all be killing me going to my places. But Sonya, you wasn't on. I got to give it to you again. I want you women to see this. This the kind of person you sending your son to go play for Draylen Miller, mama. It means so much to me, Coach, that you feel that way about me. Are y'all hearing me? Nick Saban ain't gonna do that. Kalen DeBoer ain't gonna do that. They don't care. I'm not finna let you go out there and mess up your career, boy. I know you got your suit on. You can have your suit on and helmet on all you want. I'm not gonna let you go out there and kill yourself. And that was his first game being able to play. He said, we're going to keep him and hold him because we care about him and his physical and his mental ability. Hey, do they still have that place called Mia Vitaka? Still a spot I used to go to in Brazil. Yeah, I got to tell y'all Brazil story. Brazil something else. Got to tell y'all, I got on when I came back on that plane, I looked at all the married men on that plane, came over there without their wives. I said, Lord, please don't take me down with them. I might have been doing some crazy stuff, but I ain't married. So let me pass. I'm serious. That's how I thought. I'm just telling you. It's a long ass flight. But I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. Uh I had to share stop, quit laughing. I had to share that with y'all because we don't know those stories. Stephen, they ain't gonna put it on there. I got to talk about this. Is why we need to have million of people watching this show. Because some million black families need to understand that. Mamas probably ain't never heard that, never seen that. Shout out to University of Memphis. Had a great week in the Maui Classic. They go from unranked, now they're the 16th ranked team in the country. The football team is also ranked 25th in the country, and the Grizzlies are balling. It's great to be in Memphis. U of H is ranked now. They hit them down to 17, but they'll be back up. I saw some kinks in their armor this weekend. We're gonna talk about it at some point. I know it's all the way. Look at Sonya telling me it's all the way live. I can't wait to get off the phone. I'm calling. Tell Mike I need to talk to him. I got to talk to Mike. But I sit back, y'all, because we got Jimmy gonna come on in a little bit. So I got a few minutes before he come on. He just texted me at what time he's coming on. So he'll be on in a little bit. We're gonna talk about this subject. We're gonna talk about these tweets that these grown people having, these Twitter wars. Even him, he be on there tweeting. You know, shit. Y'all need to ask him a question. Why you tweeting? You follow him? Y'all need to. Hey, y'all see. Y'all don't understand. This is a show. This is okay to challenge somebody if you come, but come with facts. Not just with rabbit. I get an opinion. No, I understand your opinion. I respect your opinion. But on this show, we try to have our opinions based on facts instead of feelings. Because you get your facts and your feelings kind of mixed up sometimes. But I saw something. This Mike Tomlin, I got to give y'all this. This Mike Tomlin is unbelievable. Y'all, y'all got I got to show y'all something. Let me find it. You know, I guess he hates being on Hard Knocks. The Hard Knocks is doing a mid-season thing too. Mike don't like it. So this how he come out of off the field. Watch this, y'all.
Take this shit off of me.
I got to tell somebody. What I want you to play?
Make sure you got it. Yeah, get this shit off of me.
Yes, sir. Yeet. Yep.
All right.
Oh man, you mic'd up.
Shut up.
Oh, you scared.
Shut your ass up. Let's go. Yeah, you do your job. Trent, way to go, brother.
You got the black Air Force Ones on, y'all. That's Kimberly Martin. Get your little ass out and scoot yourself out the way. He don't like doing this, y'all. He
Take this shit off of me.
I got to tell somebody. What I want you to play?
Make sure you got it.
Don't remind you of Fred Sanford a little bit. The grumpy old man all the time. Mike, what's up, Mr. Billingsley? Y'all know what? I'm thinking about Mike Tomlin. Because some people, not y'all, because, you know, we're a little bit smarter. Mike, early in the year, when they were 4-2, and they switched from Justin Fields to Russell Wilson. And I was, you know, because, you know, I like Russell Wilson. Anybody watching this show, I've already liked him, but now I love him because, you know, he married to CC. That's what I call her, CC. Walter Yates. No. My relationship with CC. Y'all hang on. All you people who come for the social media show, it's gonna come on in a minute. The social media beef is coming in a minute. So just you might learn something. But I was thinking about Russell Wilson, man. They needed Russell Wilson. Pittsburgh did, and he needed them. Cause that man out there, Sean Payton, see y'all, and I'm gonna show it. This kind of stuff to make you wanna do a little something to somebody. Where did I put it? Watch this. To me, there's no reason to talk to no grown man like that. Then his teammates talking crazy. Then he get hurt. Nobody don't help him up. Then he go to Pittsburgh. That's the guy he replaced. Look at their relationship. Now they one of the top. Look how he feeling now compared to early. That's his guy who he replaced. Look at these guys now. Look at the coach. So y'all think this sports and this professional sports stuff, these guys still human now. These guys still human. Now they rolling. And every year they want to fire Coach Mike Tomlin. And y'all know why they want to fire him. Every year. Let me see what else I got to give y'all before I get out. I'm going to talk about this before Jimmy get on here. I got to give y'all something. We might can learn something from this. Doug Jones, I see y'all there. I see y'all lining up to hit this. Oh, and guess what? I got all the principals on here. And believe you me, John Uri gonna be somewhat listening to. Because I don't listen to me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna sit up here. I'm gonna listen in real time, just like y'all, and process it. And then I'm gonna have the benediction. So y'all, we ain't never. I ain't never told y'all no stuff like that. We're gonna talk about what's going on in this summer basketball community. We're gonna talk about this grassroots community. James Boogie, stay there, don't go nowhere. In a few minutes, y'all need to share the show. You need to text, tag, and tell your friends. But I hate this because it's just so damn messy, and y'all like to hear mess. But one of the Chop Shop mantras is, we live in the world's messiest intersection on the Chop Shop. The world of sports, entertainment, politics, race, gender, high school sports, pro sports, all of these collide. We sitting, all of us sitting in this messiest intersection, and we talk about these things. We be about it, talk about it, debate about it, talk about it, and debate about it. And what we try to do at the end of the day, what I always try to do, I don't take nothing personal on this show. But one time, when somebody got personal with me, because it's never personal. So what we do is we get up, dust ourselves off, and hope we learn something. If we don't learn nothing today, listen to me. I'm telling y'all right now, I ain't gonna allow the Chop Shop to waste their time on no stuff like this. And I was about to say something else ever again. Because this stuff has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. But I'm sitting here caring about our next generation so much. I want to make sure. But see, what y'all try to do, ladies and gentlemen, y'all try to control what other people are doing. You can't control what they're doing. You just need to make sure your ass right. Because if enough of y'all are right, if enough of us are right, we ain't got to worry about the bad apple. Our problem is we so worried about the bad apple, and we're doing some of the same damn things they doing. Hey, Crystal, I hope you had a good time in Houston. I didn't get a chance to make it back. I think I don't want to go back and forth because it's going to be Christmas. I want to stay out here with my baby for my first Christmas with him, and then y'all, I'll be headed home. But I was thinking about Zion Williamson today. Every one of y'all kids, all your kids playing basketball, you want to be in a position that Zion Williamson is. Y'all know how I feel about him. I think he's one of the greatest players. He one of the players that I would like to go see more than any other player, him and Ja Morant. Right? But he just parted ways with his agency, sports agency, a couple of days ago. Maybe they were on him about stuff, his weight, getting hurt. Maybe, I don't know. His contract got an out in it. I mean, an out for the team and not him. That favors the team. He got an option to get out of the contract that favors the team. There's a clause that allows the Pelicans to waive him following this season with no financial ramifications. And I'm going to just tell y'all, I wouldn't have put my client in that position. I know I didn't have no leverage. Maybe I would have took less money to get more guarantees. It's just a way. It's called the art of negotiating. So I don't know what they were going up against. I just, my obligation, if I'm negotiating your contract, my obligation is to you. I ain't trying to help the team. I don't give a fat rat's ass about no team. I'm worried about the people, but some of these people get cool with the executives on the team. I don't like Nico, my partner, right now. Let me tell you something. If my client need to got to get, I'm doing what's best for my client, Doc. I don't care. But I'm sitting there thinking about something. About Zion. He signed a 5-year, $179 million extension in 2022. Y'all keep up with these dates for me. But the final 3 years of the contract is not guaranteed because Zion only played in 29 games last year, which triggered a clause in that contract that allows New Orleans to waive him if they want to. Brian Arthur, Elvis Beresford, speak when you come in the house. I see you, Donna, Miss Donna. I see you. See some people that came in and ain't spoke. When you usually come in the Chop Shop, when you sneak in there, because it's gonna be some unique topics today. But I'm just talking about this young man who a lot of people on here wish their son would have been in this position. And when I put this on film and on wax like this, Yolanda, some of y'all know it all. I ain't talking to y'all. It's to the people who might not know what happened with this contract. I'm talking to y'all. Some of y'all already probably think y'all know. But let me keep going. But watch this. There's also, in this contract now, some avenues for Zion to have portions of his salary or entirety of it to become guaranteed again. Like 20% of his salary for next year will become guaranteed if he passes all 6 of his weigh-in checkpoints for this season. Y'all follow me? His body weight and his body fat percentage has to be less than 295 pounds. And the way I looked here, y'all got to look at this. When I looked at this, he gonna have he getting a tattoo, y'all. Hold up, I'm trying to find it. Hold up. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with this. He getting a tattoo. And I'm finna show you the tattoo. Last 5 minutes. From the looks of that, he ain't gonna get that bread. Then he got another clause. He got another 40% of that contract if he plays at least 41 games. That's getting a little dicey at this point with all the games he's already missed. We 20 games in, 21 games in, right? My grandson in there crying. Y'all don't know I want to go in there so bad. Boy, I want it so bad. Want to go in there so bad. Because he's probably trying to get in here. But the final 20% gets guaranteed if he plays at least 61 games. And he's about to miss that. I got a question for y'all before Jimmy come on in a few minutes. I got a question for you. Would y'all waive him and let him go for nothing? Would y'all? Would y'all waive him? Clinton Prier, would you waive him? I'm asking the question. See, You can't trade him because I don't think another team will roll the dice. It's one thing to worry if you can't improve a guy. It's another thing you got to worry about what he's doing in his 20 hours when he's away from the team. No, he all right. Ain't nothing happened. He whining. He ain't crying, he whining. But I know the difference. He whining right now. I'm just thinking about this, y'all. Talking about my grandson. Not Zion. Because literally, y'all, that's what's happening. See, they can only get you for 3 to 4 hours a day. So you're away from the team 19 to 20 hours every day. And they don't know what you're doing. They can't put a camera in your house. They can't attach security to you. They can, but they can't come inside your house. They don't know what he's doing. You pay somebody that much money, you have to be mature. And to me, y'all, I've never said this. I never said this to Mika. To Mika, you're going to be the smartest girl at the nail shop. Okay. Okay. I told you people always know what they're talking about. I got you. That's why the people on this feed ain't no general managers. But to me, Tommy Banks, Zion has a conundrum. He's like Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders. He's like the guy that probably could be great at another sport. Brad. And maybe that sport was for them. Even though they are good at this sport. But y'all, I'm tending to think this guy belonged in an NFL jersey. And I ain't never said this because he's one of my favorite players to watch. Because of the way he carry himself. The way he can't keep their weight off. He's a defensive lineman. And then they would put him in the middle. Keep eating all you want to. We'll put him in the middle just to stop the run. He can play basketball, y'all. I'm not saying. But is he a football player playing basketball? He has shown us that he can't stay healthy playing basketball. He can't stop eating, ladies and gentlemen. He's undisciplined. I never forget. I was taking up for this player, Tommy Banks. I was talking to the Boston Celtics, and they was thinking about bringing a player in. They asking me about the player, and they called him undisciplined, and calling him out his name. You know, he undisciplined. Look at his weight. Look at his weight. And I said, but Brad, he's not undisciplined. Brad looked at me and said, look, Robert, don't you ever tell nobody outside this room you just said that. He said, look how big his ass is. That's undisciplined as an athlete. Y'all, that's why. But I was a little personally involved because I know the kid. So yes, but he said, Rob, you got to give an honest, you can't get the facts and your feelings mixed up. A. Smith. See, I know you got feelings, you know the kid. But I'm telling you, he's undisciplined. And I'm the one make the decisions. Never forget that. See, y'all don't know how these people be talking. Y'all think it'd be good and well, man, let me y'all. I hope y'all one blessed. Some of y'all some blessed. If I go to the summer league, I'm gonna have y'all, one of y'all with me. And I'm gonna take you over and sit where the GM sit. Where the GM sit. And guess what? You'll hear what they have to say. But, Mr. Baker, his problem is eating too damn much. In basketball, you jumping up and down. They're two different sports, sir. So no torque. All you're doing is running from side to side and running and hitting people. In football, 300 pounds jumping up in the air abnormally and back down to earth is not good for you. That's why he can stay healthier on a football field than a basketball court. Gosh, I thought that was just, I ain't think nobody, I thought people would understand. It's two different dynamics. Two different dynamics. He ain't running the ball. Defensive end, he ain't running the ball. He going straight to the quarterback. He's stopping the run. Anybody can get hurt at any time. We ain't talking about him getting hurt. We talking about having unhealthy eating habits. And in the NFL, they don't mind you eating. Matter of fact, go look at their banquet hall. Matter of fact, go over to TSU and look at their banquet hall of the offensive line. Go to U of H and look at the banquet hall of the defensive linemen and watch what they're eating. No tight end, tight end, my ass. You ain't gonna make no tight end. Tight end, you got to run back. You got no. I don't want to be no tight end. I'm telling you where you can play it. But what get me though, he can't stop eating. How can you build around a max contract guy that you don't know that would be available? See, in the NFL, he ain't gonna be getting no max contract. So we can work around it. He had all off season to get himself right. And y'all, I didn't show y'all the picture at the tattoo parlor. Somebody was dumb enough to they eating at the tattoo parlor. Hold up, let me show it to you, just so, because some of y'all don't understand. He eating at the tattoo parlor. Watch this. Watch. Hold on, let me go over a little bit. They eating like, hold on. The dude drawing a little bit. Wait a minute, where the food? Food coming after this, I think. Hold on. Food coming. Okay, there they go. They got the chef at the tattoo parlor. Who was dumb enough to put this up there? Pasta. The problem is these people have too many people, like some of the people on this feed around them. How in the hell you putting some food on a video, man? And your big ass ain't played but 6 games this year. Played 6 games last year. He had great stats in them 6 games this year, man. With his contract not guaranteed, ladies and gentlemen. There are incentives in this contract to help him stay in shape, but because of his contract, he can lose that money and he still can't stay in shape. Tamika Withers. That's the point I'm trying to make. Tamika, Ace, Rick, Landon. Can you imagine, Melvin Dukes, how frustrated and disappointed the upper management is in New Orleans? Ain't now one of y'all mentioned that on the feed. Y'all want to talk about it. Ain't nobody. Can you imagine? See, sometimes we got to think. My young people out there. My young people out there. Trey Williams, my young people. I want us to just think management and ownership sometimes. We done been the help. We done been the entertainers. We done entertaining these damn folks enough. Let's be the Geppetto. The one holding the strings instead of the puppet. I met him. He's a very nice kid. But I told y'all on this show, Kevin Frame, a long time ago, when I saw what happened to him in college, all that crazy stuff, he taking money from this people, didn't want to sign with these people. I knew something was, I knew something wasn't right. See, he's not committed at the highest level for the weight that he carries. He can have that weight on the football field, talking about some damn injuries, but on the basketball court. See, a lot of players are not committed to the highest levels. But one thing they're not worried about is their weight. Talking about Zion Williamson, Jimmy. He fired his agent the other day, and the people and the people just did a good contract for him. And but Jimmy, at the end of this season, New Orleans can say we don't need him with no financial ramifications. They can cut his ass and be gone with no financial ramifications. But that's all, man. Don't even get into that, because I want you to get into your topic so you can have time. You're gonna get into your topic and do your thing, and because I'm interested in hearing it. I'll handle what's the boy name? I'll handle him. I'll handle Zion Williams.
Yeah, Zion.
Yeah,
Hey guys, of course it's on Tuesday, and we're gonna ask everybody to share the show. If you would share the show to your pages, to your groups, so we can get this thing popping on this Tuesday. Giving you guys a chance. I'm gonna share along with you guys. We're gonna do a mass share. All those people that you prematurely text on yesterday or DM'd on yesterday, say, "Oh, get on the Chop Shop. They about to talk about it." Now you can.
Jimmy, is this topic that important?
In silent circles, they are. It is
because I feel it's stupid, but keep going. But it's worth talking about. It wouldn't be. I mean, it's weird, but keep going. It's funny. It's funny to me, but people like mess though. But keep going.
That's why that's the answer to your question.
But so I don't like to do what people, Jimmy. I don't do what the people like.
Well, I mean, they like topics. Anyway, topic becomes hot, and it can become mess. Depends on how the response is generated from both the audience and the participants. So if you can respond in a civil manner without getting goofy on it, What's that?
Jimmy, just keep talking, man. Don't worry about them.
Okay.
You
And
gotta
so
turn
I
your
see the comments.
turn your music down. Look, whatever. I mean, not your music. If your volume is high on your
My volume only on 4,
okay,
5 dots, and you
you
got
just
about
getting
12 dots to
you
go.
ain't getting it through here, but I'm listening to it and now I understand what they're saying. But you know,
No, that's what we do is I back out and we can try to come back in. That way we know
okay, try it one
everybody.
more time. Yeah, go out and come back in. Go ahead and come back in. Yeah, I'm trying to hear it. We're just trying to get this echo. All right, let's try it. Let's try it. Go and get into it.
Yeah. So I'm back now, and I see a video, maybe millisecond delay. But am I echoing still? And that's
Not from my end, but just keep going.
Icy Mike. Icy Mike say he riding, he driving on the way to Detroit. What's going on, Icy Mike? You guys remember shout to him and his family. Matter of fact, I'm supposed to see Keegis in a couple of days. So ain't nobody. I'm waiting on. Of course, it's a delay for you guys to respond if they have any echoes right now. So since I'm back on now, I'm going to share this show again. That way I can get my share out the way. I'm putting it on my story as well. Now, yeah, that's it. Freight, he's the only one that's saying.
No, somehow you echoing, but it'll work. We'll work through it. We'll work through it.
No, I mean we it ain't nothing other different than what we're doing now, other than me just rebooting. That's the only other thing.
But you'll
Everything
be
else is the
rebooting.
same.
You
And so
be rebooting every day, all the time. So let me see. I mean, over here, coming through the system, you're perfect. But somehow going out, the signal going out, you're not. So I don't
I can
know
reboot.
what it is we can
Y'all,
do.
you guys just be patient. That way, it's it don't take but a minute to reboot, and you guys
Let me
that way we have
reboot. Let me take you out. Instead of you taking yourself out, let me take you out and you come back in. We're trying to get it right. We're trying to get it right. Oh, okay. I like Craig. I love Craig. Craig, thank you, baby. Thank you, Craig. But I'm not echoing, right? So I'm good. It's something. It's just something with Jimmy's system over there. I don't know what it is. Maybe when I get back, I can figure it out. Um, Kevin Freitman said the guys chopped trees down yesterday. Yeah, but y'all, it's going. This topic is going to be unique in a way. Like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with me, but I said a while back that this summer basketball is just getting too terrible. I'm talking about the people, the leadership, and all I said was maybe we should allow it to just die. Just let summer basketball, all that stuff just die. All the old guard move out and let a new crop of people come in. Because if you were the gatekeepers, shouldn't you be responsible? If it was great, you'll take the credit. But shouldn't you be responsible if it's bad? I asked that question. That's your job, Craig. Craig, if you over something, they say, Craig, oh, Craig run that. Oh, that's Craig City. That's Craig this. That's Craig. That's Craig. This Craig. Craig. If it's good, Craig gonna be up there taking all the credit. So when it's bad, shouldn't Craig step up and say, I got to do better. Boy, I know I ain't gonna get no better. I got one person to say that, and that's Robert Carroll. Ain't nobody else said nothing. Call me, Mike, when you get a chance. Yeah, I see what you did, Jimmy. You went to your other thing. Yeah. Okay. Come on in.
Yeah. So now I should be a little better.
Yeah, just go. Don't even worry about it. Let's go. Because they say they can hear you. It's just echoing a little bit. So all we trying to do is get the message out. But keep going.
Um,
You don't even know where to start, do you?
well, I'm just gonna fill some people in. I think over the weekend, um, that was the Texas Jamboree in Houston. That's I think maybe 16, maybe 22 years. Rick Nelson been doing that. Yeah, it's been 22 years. Because Gerald Green was the first one. I think it was over at Lutheran South High School, the very first one. So this event um, has, like most events, it withstood the test of time. Rick Nelson hosts this thing annually, and he it has 50 or 52 high schools over the 2-day event. 50 high schools, and from all over the state of Texas, and of course in some a splash of teams from Louisiana. Several of those teams that participated were ranked in the state. It's not a national event. It's purposely not a national event. This event does not have the sponsorship to help attract or when those teams come from out of state, a lot of times those designer name teams, guys, most of the time, most cases, some of their expenses are being taken care of by the event operator. So this event, that's it's good in the space it's in. Glenn Smith does the Thanksgiving Hoop Fest, which is a national event. They serve two primary purposes, and which not should never be conflicted or mixed up. There's not a competition without question. Maybe when they first started, they were probably competing, but there are two different lanes or freeways that are going in different directions. Meaning, not gonna never perpendiculate no time soon. So that means expectations when you come to the Texas Jamboree, then you're not expecting to see many nationally ranked teams or nationally ranked players. They're going to be a splash, but not in abundance, not primary, right? So that means your expectation when you walk into certain places is already formed. If you have any type of understanding of what the product is. So during the event on Saturday, which was day 2, I think a guy that's has been one time. Oh, say I'm Amphib. Okay.
Man, keep talking, man. Keep talking. You good.
Yeah, say I am. I'm looking at the comments now. I'm looking at as I see now. Let me see. Hold on one second, guys.
Did you get what I just text you?
Yeah. Yeah. So that means let's go.
But why you doing that? Tell me when you're ready. Tell me when you're ready. You did it. Make sure that you changed it.
No, I'm trying to, the other. I know how to change. I'm trying to think on this end.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you just unhook one of them, the other one just gonna happen. It's gonna work. If you got the
Probably
extra,
it's gonna
it's
automatically
going
catch then.
automatically. Yeah, yeah.
I'm used to from when you.
Okay, now you got to turn that mic on your computer. There you
It,
go. There you go.
it ain't came on yet.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Okay. It's automatically activated.
Huh?
There we go.
We can hear
It
you.
automatically output value. You should hear me a little louder now, right? Right.
Come on, just talk. Just talk. Come on. You good. Let's see how it works.
So now, as I was saying, a guy that's been a pillar of the community of the grassroots basketball community, a guy that many of the people have at one time looked or past and present have looked up to, right? So as you feeding back in,
Huh?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear your other. I can hear another speaker. I can hear me from you. You follow me?
No, I don't
I
follow.
can hear
Well, go back.
coming.
Go back to the other one. Go back. Go back. Plug the other
You
one
want to hear
back
the
up. Plug the other one back up. It was better the other way. Plug the other one back up.
so
Plug
so
it back
this
up.
one was
That's
real.
all. We just got to get it right. Just got to get it right. You got to understand, man. Sometimes you just got to upgrade certain things, and we'll get it right. But so you was just what you were talking about. I'm gonna just paraphrase some of the stuff you was talking about. You got a guy that been doing this thing for 16 years, and ladies and gentlemen, somebody came to the event. John Uri came to the event. Yeah, you were good before you. Yeah, you hook the mic back up. There you go. Let me know when you're ready, and hook it back up, and make sure that mic coming on. Yeah, it probably gonna cut off a second. Probably let him. He didn't cover. You didn't cover something up, but I'm trying to see where I'm trying to follow where Jimmy going because I don't know where Jimmy's going with this. So I'm just trying to follow along, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just like y'all, but I want y'all today. Don't be back there and be lily livered and not being. We're trying to find a solution. I'm not on here to be messy. I'm trying to figure out how can we find a solution. I'm gonna cut you off, Jimmy. Just try to come back in. I'm trying to find a solution. All you messy folks, y'all can come on here to be messy. But this mess that's going on is hurting our recruiting because people around the country are talking about us. You back, Jimmy? You good? Say something.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go with it.
So
Let's
now,
just go.
so now,
Forget what
so
nobody
now,
said.
yeah,
Don't
and
even look
so
at no comments. Don't even look at them. Just play.
no, I was just yeah. So now we're good to go. All right, now I'm sharing this show again. So John Uri is his name. John Uri is um, I've been knowing John Uri since I was a freshman in college. Um, I played baseball. I was a freshman. He had just graduated. Was in undergrad at Texas Southern University. John Uri's from California, and so didn't know him in the basketball sense. Later on, I would go and cross lines and cross paths with John Uri in the basketball sector some 15 years later. And at that point, John Uri did a lot for the city, for the state, as far as he had an Adidas sponsorship package directly from Sonny Vaccaro. Um, So there were only two sneaker programs in the area at the time. Either you went Nike or you went Adidas. Actually, you didn't really have much choice. They came and got and recruited you. You didn't recruit them as the world has come to now. People, and you didn't have no sub JV programs and and all of that. So that means the talent pool was thicker. That means the teams that represented this area were better for the most part. The teams that represented the state of Texas was better. So that was at the turn of the millennium. This state set a scorching fire in the country. And a lot of that credit, whenever people thought about Willow Ridge High School, because five of those players played together with John Urie, with the Houston Superstars. You start thinking about John Urie, because John Urie actually, many people didn't know, he actually taught at Willow Ridge High School during that time. He was a teacher there. I want to say government or something like that. He taught social studies or something like, or maybe even history. But he was a teacher there. So I crossed paths with him often because I just started in this business, and went over to Willow Ridge a few times, and so that way you had to see him whether you wanted to or not. Well, fast forward, of course, he had guys that played in the NBA, but up under that program was a guy named Ricky Nelson. So Ricky Nelson was one of the volunteer coaches up under John Urie's tree. So a couple of years later, Rick Nelson was presented with an idea because there was another sneaker company that decided to get into the business of grassroots basketball. That was Reebok. The assistant to Sonny Vaccaro, his right-hand man, had a relationship with Rick Nelson and asked Rick Nelson, which was John Urie's, one of his right-hand men, and Jalon Debs to come on over to this Reebok adventure. Because Rick Nelson, there was a kid in the program that was a high flyers, basically nobody really knew about him until the summer before. His name was Gerald Green. Rick Nelson did that. There was a tug of war between him and John Urie over Gerald Green, and Rick Nelson won the tug of war. Meanwhile, during the same time, around about 2003, 2002, this was before this Reebok stuff came about. I forgot to insert. I'm giving you guys some important facts. John Urie held at that time, there were two significant grassroots events that were national events.
John Urie held them.
No, that were just two. One was the Kingwood Classic. One was the Kingwood Classic.
So he didn't do any one of them.
John Urie did the other one.
Okay.
And it was called I don't want to get the name mixed up, but the location of the last one was at Clear Lake High School.
Okay.
One of John Urie's players on that team is now one of the powers that be, or one of the players in today's. A lot of players that's from that team that John Urie coached for the class of 2001 or / 2002 are active figures in the local grassroots basketball scene today. So this guy was Richard Law. Richard Law played for Clear Lake High School. He was on that team with TJ Ford, Daniel Ewing, and all those guys. Richard Law's daddy, Rick Law, often supplied the vans. He was the general manager at one of the car dealerships. Helped John Urie out, and those teams traveled. And it helped some with their expenses. Hell, one trip, John Urie got those vans and drove all the way to Chicago, Illinois, It was back then they rented fans out at car dealerships back then. So I'm giving you guys facts. Saying what I heard. It's what I know. Because I got vehicles and vans from the Richard Law and had a good befriending the dad, Rick Law, back in those days around the same time. Because I was volunteering coaching with the Hayes Select program that was founded by my cousins, Ronald Lewis, Jerome Lewis, Ray Johnson, Wayne Johnson. So now back on this page so you guys can understand why this stuff meant so much to certain people. So this event at Clear Lake, it had an overdue balance. And the administration was displeased and they were not going to allow this event to come back to Clear Lake. Around that time, Rick Nelson, because John Uri wasn't going to do it. Well, that's debatable. You might say yes, but it was believed that he wasn't going to do it. So Rick Nelson picked up the mantle and worked a deal out, Pearland, which is near the area that John Uri resided during those days. Near. So Rick Nelson went and met with the people in Pearland, and they cut him a deal and basically helped with expenses and open their doors so that it would help that event come into Pearland. And this is the grassroots event. And thus the Pearland Classic was born. Sometimes into this, and I'm looking at the actions later on in life as you fast forward through the rigors of grassroots basketball. Rick Nelson ended up having being a fixture. John Uri stayed, he moved away to Minnesota, guys. And that was pretty much abbreviated after he had a couple more years back and he moved away. He was a school teacher, an administrator, right? So when you look back at now, fast forward to what happened this past weekend. John Uri came into Rick Nelson's event, which is the Texas Jamboree, and made a tweet that basically, and how do you say you had the tweet? I don't have it in front of me.
I got
the tweet. And what did the tweet say?
You talking about John Uri?
I'm talking about, yeah. What did he tweet? I'm on,
John Uri said,
giving you guys facts. I don't want to give you I'm giving you facts.
He said, John Uri said, I was at the Texas Jamboree and I did not see one Division I player in the gym. You paid $50 to get in, and there's not one player to evaluate. All of the players are in Dallas at the Hoop Fest, including Bel Air High School. I only saw one division coach in the gym. I guess that's what started everything.
That's what started.
Okay.
And so that message got back to Rick Nelson eventually. You in the middle, you're not on an event scrolling through social media. Rick's not one of those guys. So the message got back to him because he knew he had saw John Uri in the building earlier that day. So immediately, Rick Nelson called John Uri and spoke to him in a civil manner, and basically, and John Uri, that conversation after he got off the phone, then Rick Nelson went to social media, where that statement was public, and Rick Nelson stated, "What is this? What is?"
I got what Rick said. Rick said, "Y'all know me, so you come for me publicly. I'm coming for you publicly. and I will call you personally first. So what I'm saying, you already heard. I have explained my purpose to John Uri.
Mm-hmm. Now, so
Then
I can
Doug
vouch.
came on there and said a little something.
Hold on, we get to Doug
Okay,
in a
we'll get to
second. So
Doug. Okay.
I can vouch that conversation did take place. So this is how it's supposed to go. Because here's the thing, Rick Nelson, to define, well, why did he be talked to him? Why did Rick Nelson go on social media? Well, because Rick Nelson is under, some people have certain beliefs, and that is, and I've said this description, used this analogy several times in the past. If you're going to convict me on the front page and then try to acquit me on the back page, that don't work with certain people. If you use a public platform for your grievance or your accusation, right? Then you should, then that same platform, until you remove it, you can remove that. If you're John Uri, that would have ended everything. All you had to do was hit the delete button, which he never did. If you just read it, I don't know if it's still up there. Maybe it's still up there. So that means you still standing on it. Well, no matter what the hell you say after that, you still standing on it. If you truly apologize, or if you're apologetic, if you have a different degree of understanding, then you would have simply hit the delete button. You chose to have court in the public platform because everything was a response. So that means then other people start to take notice and I mentioned yesterday, Doug Jones was one who publicly voiced his opinion on it. And that means he made an effort to hold a person accountable. And that's all I've been asking a lot of you guys to start doing for 4 years. More on the Chop Shop. If all you got to do is just start holding us accountable, good, bad, happy, or sad. But if you make the effort, you done your part. So what did Doug say?
I said, they fraternity brothers?
No, John Uri is an alpha. Rick Nelson is a kappa, or he's a
Okay.
noob.
Frat brothers and coaches together. This is sad.
No,
Okay.
Jalon Debs is.
Oh, okay. Oh, you talking about that? But he ain't even in this right now, so I don't know why we talking about it. But keep going. My bad.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, they're not frat brothers. That's
okay. No, don't worry about that.
John is an alpha.
So let's get back to.
So Doug Jones made a comment in an effort to hold John Uri accountable. What did Doug say?
Doug said, Doug been tired his ass. Doug said, I usually don't get into stuff like this because I'm all about positivity and uplifting our community. But this statement is flat out disrespectful and disgusting because it's a man in the community putting in an event for these kids, looking forward to playing. There were D1 caliber players there. If you know what you're looking for, let me see what if you know what you're looking at. I'm telling you, if you know what you're looking at, you come to social media to bash a man's event and then smile in his face a few minutes later. That's not it, man. Great job, Nelson, Rick Nelson.
Now, so, and then other people came and voiced their thought. So,
Nope.
as a result, then Rick Nelson, it was evident Rick Nelson, John Uri showed up at the event after that. So then it was almost like they had the conversation. Now, we know John knew that Rick Nelson went on social media, but then John Uri, about an hour later, he came and showed up.
Came and showed up again, but wait a minute, he was already there,
Yeah,
wasn't
he wasn't there all day. No, he had just came back. So I guess the coast,
he?
you
For
know,
him to talk, he had to be there
because
already.
Rick Nelson explained to John on the phone call. John, you were on the guest list. You were on the guest list because I rolled you over from the last event. I heard him tell him that. So you made a decision not to call me or contact me pre-event to see or to verify if you were on it or to even ask for a credential. You chose not to do that, which makes sense. So that means now you start this. So after you got the phone, that's when Rick Nelson, the light bulbs start to come. And I asked Rick Nelson, do you think that John Uri still has an open case against you from over 20 years ago? Do you think this case is still open, meaning his feeling, not an actual criminal case, but, in street terms, meaning, do you think that he still feels some kind of way from this event? Because this event kind of in his mind, he might say, well, this could have been my event, or your Palan Classic was, could have been my event before it became that. And some people feel that that's a piece like this. I shouldn't have to pay for something that I started. You came up under my tree. I asked Rick, do you think he probably feel like that? Like you're a limb from up under his grassroots volunteering basketball tree. And Rick say, well, man, I don't
And
know.
I
I ain't got time
understand
to think
that.
about
If I was
it. But
John, I understand that. I mean, John got feelings too now.
so if that's so upon that question, when I posed that question to Rick Nelson, that made his antenna went up because only he knows what their encounters have been up until that point in intervals. So then he started thinking about it. He said, man, I need to talk to him. So ironically, and I'm giving them sure enough, in a puff of smoke, John Uri showed up about an hour later. John Uri showed up. I briefly spoke with him and shared my thoughts. Then Rick Nelson and Jalon got John Uri and had a closed door conversation meeting with him at Episcopal High School as well. Those were closed door conversations, just like mine was with him. So those were closed door. Everything that you say to a grown man, you don't have to go run to social media and tell the world what you said. That's why some of the people can't be trusted out here. And that's a fear of the unknown. That's why a lot of you guys, so many of y'all afraid to speak around me because somebody plants y'all a seed. Y'all think, well, man, he gonna go say that on the Chop Shop. He gonna say it on VIP news. I'm not still in this business for the news that I break. I remain and attain status in this business because so many of you guys out there know that that you dirty and have been dirty. And I know where some bones are buried. And I ain't said nothing about it. So that's what you should think about. And you over a test of time. Now, what you said, Adam?
I got a question. You just said status. You said Rick and did so much in this community.
Mm-hmm.
But you laid out a hell of a resume that told me John Uri has contribute just as much as Rick and you and everybody into this community. And just him, if he think like that, because you just said it, if he think, and then he have to show up at an event as much he done did in this community, and it's an insult to him. Maybe I don't know. I hadn't talked to him about this. I'm just thinking about it, y'all. Because I'm listening to you. See, y'all listen to people, then you can ask questions. Maybe he felt slighted as much as I done in this damn community. I got to pay to get in an event of a dude that y'all got to help me with that. Y'all got to help me with that. You got to help me with this one. How? So maybe he felt that way. I know how I am.
So if that's the case, Hal, then after you've had an audio conversation and a physical conversation with that person face to face on the same calendar day, which is very rare. Most time it lingers over right on the same day. And then you took time to go to social media.
Yeah. That's what he do.
And immediately after that conversation, and what was his comment on social media immediately, shortly after?
Jimmy,
Well,
this
it wasn't
couldn't
immediately.
be shortly after the conversation. This couldn't be shortly after the conversation. This had to happen before because Rick had to have something to be mad about if he didn't say nothing at first. See, Jimmy, he had to say something first.
I'm talking about the conversation that says, and I pulled it up now since we've been
So he
talking.
tweeted again after the first
Yes,
tweet.
it says, I had a flashback. This tweet came, what day was November the 30th? What day is the 30th? I'm looking at the calendar. The 30th was
See, all I'm going about is one tweet.
Saturday. So this was that's what I'm saying. I just want to make sure I want to present facts to you guys. So shortly after that conversation, which took place, the face-to-face conversation took place somewhere around between 8 o'clock. I can tell you about what. Yeah, somewhere between 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Right? That conversation at night. Shortly after that conversation on Saturday night, John Urey went back on social media. Nobody knows he had a personal face-to-face with Rick Nelson. He had two options then. You could have went back to social media and still hit the delete button from the very first message. That way now you are wiping the chalkboard clean. You're meaning what you're trying to say. Your actions will show that.
So what was the tweet after the tweet? Tell me what he said afterwards now.
He says, I had a flashback reunion at the Texas Jamboree with Rick Nelson and Jalon Debs.
Okay.
They were on my, now check this out. That's all he got out of this.
Come on.
I want y'all to know this.
Yeah.
They were on my team. They were on my team, meaning staff, when we put together the best tournament in the world featuring 25 future NBA players, including LeBron James. They are providing a high school event at Episcopal that's been solid for high school prospects. That's it. That's it. That was the last tweet of that day.
So if he had erased that one and left this one, it'd have been okay.
If he had erased the other one, then not many people, because some people might have got to heard about it the next day. Some people might have heard about it that night.
I didn't even see this one, Jimmy, because I don't follow him. I didn't even see this.
So the thing, what I'm saying, if you mean it and you squashed it, you could go. Rick Nelson's response is in response to your initial tweet.
Jimmy, he came back and said again. See, now you got me reading the damn man tweets. I know I ruffle some of y'all's feathers because I tell my truth. And he got that from me because the other day he kept telling me, Hannah, I'm telling the truth. Because I had a phone call with him the other day too, I had to get on it. And he said, Robert, I'm telling the truth. I said, no, sir, you're telling your truth. That's a difference. Your truth might is your truth, my truth, and the truth. So he said, he said, but at the end of the day, coaches value my information, and I tell what I see, and that's what colleges want, the truth. Now, if you can't handle it, why don't you go out and build your relationship with coaches? I don't know who he was talking to about that. So he kept going. See, Jimmy, you got to realize me.
But that's
I don't like it when
it's
people. I don't like it that we tell on this show young men not to go on social media with their grievances, and we do the same thing we tell the young men now. That's hypocritical to me. That's the most hypocritical thing to me. Every time I'm on this show, young men, watch your social media, watch what you say. It can hold it against you. They'll give it. And then, man, why is these people? Let me put this thing on silent, Jimmy, because God damn. Okay. So I'm sitting, I didn't look at the rest of it. So all you saying, if he just had a deleted the old tweet, all is well? I don't think all is well.
It would have stopped the bleeding. It would have made that's one part of atonement with your actions. With your action, if you're okay and you're good now, that initial comment is still in a public platform. And that's one of the, if you don't, once again, you're gonna convict you publicly, but you want to have the acquittal on the back page.
You know, my mama used to always tell me, Robert, when you get information, consider the source.
But that's the whole thing. The thing is, in this situation,
he said, consider the source. I'm just talking about how I think, Jimmy. I ain't telling you how to think. When I look at that dude, when he say something, it's just something about me that know he full of crap. So why do I entertain him? I can't change him. I can't. I've talked to him on the phone. And we've talked about it. And he done told me some stuff on the phone, talking negative about a player on the phone that he want me to help get on his team. When I tell a player, the player likes this team over here, he get to talking negative about the player that he called me about. And then I said, man, why you always talk about negative about kids? I ain't said nothing negative about nobody. Jimmy, he didn't even realize he was talking back. So I'm not expecting for y'all to do this. Y'all can keep getting mad at him. I already know we messed. I already know something ain't right about these tweets. All you got to do, even Mindy, even the women, they look at these tweets and say, why is he saying this? But us guys, why are we getting so personal about it?
Well, the thing is, here's the thing. In one hand, if you're saying everything he's saying, or most things he's saying is quote unquote crazy, or he don't know what he's talking about. Well, guess what?
I just said consider the source.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, but that's the case. And see, that's why it needs to be understood. Some understanding has to be cultivated in the minds of people that are watching and listening right now. Because guess what? He had PJ Haggerty, and he was right about him. So he had Jared Harris, and it looked like he was right about him for the most part. So that means if he's that crazy, then why, when he was telling you PJ Haggerty was this, and everybody was like, and PJ Haggerty is proven to be.
That ain't what I'm talking about, Jim.
But I'm just saying though. So that means the crazy part, you can't say throw all of the water out the tub with it. Because he has to be saying,
a man can tell me a player is good in this and he can good as this. This the same guy
but he's also
but some stuff I mean, well, you know what? Believe what
That's the
y'all
whole
want
thing.
to.
But see, that's the whole thing. How to at the same time be see my theory and my summary on that is that's what you could get if you take the gamble and play on his in his program. Because if you don't play for his program,
Excuse
then
me, Jimmy. Let's stop that right there. I want to help everybody because we mentioned it, and I might not go back to it. And only reason I'm stopping you because I will forget if I don't write it down. T.J. Ford developed P.J. Haggerty. I was there. I remember P.J. Haggerty as a little sixth grader, a little chubby little dude that P.J. had in this program, and had him all the way up to the end. And John Urey got it. I don't care
PJ
what John Urey
and his family and his brother Tim.
Yeah, that program right there, I watched them develop this
Yeah.
man from Jimmy. So maybe me having, so we saying John Urey was right.
No, John Urie's I said. I didn't say his development of Peter Haggerty. I said what he said. We were talking about the stuff that comes out of his mouth. That's what we were talking about a while ago. So I'm saying everything that he's get the bulk of the credit of the mouthpiece, of the marketing tool, of the trajectory, told the world that this kid was this good when people thought he was this good. So that's what I'm saying. And that ain't the only person that played for him that he did that for. But it only happens. The thing is, John Urey now, as you fast forward through this stuff, he claims to be a neutral eyeball and covering the city. That's what his claim is. When your actions is showing you're not really covering the city so much.
Okay. See, I didn't know that was his claim.
No, don't get it twisted. I'm saying, yes, you're going to post some pictures of a kid, of a couple of kids here and there, but for the most part, when John Urey's at these events, make no mistake about it. You watch and pay attention. He's looking for potential prospects to play in
on his
program.
team. Jimmy,
yes.
I'm sitting in the stands with him one day. See, y'all, the reason I can't believe all that stuff is you talking about, y'all, I'm just trying to give you the real. I ain't trying to talk about John. I'm sitting in the stands one day. The same player that he wanted to play on his team, he watching him play. I'm saying, why is you here? He watching him play. And Jimmy, he called me wanting this guy to play on his team. But guess what he did? Everything about the kid, not because the kid don't want to play on his team, was negative the whole damn game. And y'all think I'm going to believe what he say? See, maybe y'all just ain't had the experiences I've had. So him telling me, I didn't need him to tell me that P.J. Haggerty was good. I went and saw P.J. Haggerty play against Ryland Griffin and number 22 to play for Oklahoma City. What's his name from Dallas?
Yes.
From Dallas. And I came back on
Wallace.
this show on that morning and said, P.J. Haggerty gave them two damn dudes the business.
Yeah, he scored 40 on them.
I did not need John Urey to tell me this. I didn't need nobody to tell. I came and saw what I saw. And I said, whoa, wait a damn minute here. So he didn't have to tell me that P.J. Haggerty was good. So all I'm saying is I take what he said. Y'all, I've talked to him. He said he ruffles y'all feathers. He be doing this intentionally, ladies and gentlemen. He sit back and laugh. And
Okay,
said,
so here's the question.
I'm just telling the truth.
Then, Hal. So I'm glad you got to that point of the relay. Why aren't those type of tweets posted when you at the white man events? I'm waiting on you to get here. I'm waiting right here with my baton. So if he's just joking, if he's just ruffling feathers, why are you selectively picking a certain race of which you ruffling the feathers of?
And you know I got an answer for you, right? You should know.
Come on.
I have an answer for you.
Come on.
You know how people talk about black on black crime, but never mention white on white crime? Jimmy, the people you talk about is the people you in close proximity with. the most. The people that you try to harm, that's why it be black. You in the close proximity. You just gave the history. The man, to me, I'm not sure because I'm not a mind reader, but what it looked like to me, because when you mention the $50, y'all got to understand he had his 2 kids with him, so he probably had to have $50, play $50.
It
If
was
somebody told me it
$45,
didn't cost $50.
$15 times 3.
Okay,
15
all right.
times.
So Darryl Barnes, you're behind it. You're behind. But Jimmy, when somebody mentioned money, you know how people tell me it ain't about the money. Everything is about the money, ladies and gentlemen. Take your ass down there and try to pay your light bill without the money. Take your anyway. Everything is about the money. So the point was to me, that's to me. I haven't talked to him about this. I didn't know my damn number. I didn't know my name was on the list. How in the hell I supposed to know my name been rolled over? When I come in there, they saw me and they asked me for $45, $50. Okay, I'm going in here. It better be good if I pay $45. I'm just telling you how people think. And he went in there and some triggered him to sit up here. Y'all, that's why y'all, I could have got into a Twitter beef not too long ago because some people were using my name on Twitter. I could have. I wanted to. I got too much to lose to be on Twitter that a dude paid $44 billion for to send disinformation out to people that look like me so they won't vote. They'll vote for the most qualified candidate we ever had running for president. That same platform, we around here trying to tear each other's down on that platform that he paid $44 billion for. Y'all don't think high enough. That's the point I'm trying to make. We got to stop this foolishness. Listen, I'm telling you, the man sitting next to me, after calling me, wanting this dude to play on his team, the kid said no, and this man talked negative about the kid. The kid hit, I don't care, whatever the kid hit, where he should have had this. He ain't this. Oh, it don't look like. So I know what I'm getting. Rick should know what he getting. Shit, he been around him more than I've been. So y'all don't understand. You're not gonna change John Uri. This conversation trying to change some of y'all's ass.
That's why I'm waiting on you to get done. I was gonna say, well, this ain't somebody just mentioned we talked about him for almost an hour.
I know.
Y'all, you missing the whole point. We're talking about him because he's gonna come and recruit your babies or your neighbors or somebody that you may know or know of that knows of the person that knows somebody that may be the parents of a kid. So that way you understand what you are facing and what the risk versus reward is. Because if you go and you leave, if they don't have his uniform on, then it will take your kid. Understand this. John Uri put up a picture, right, of a young man from Dallas Kimball after the game, as though, and I think it was Lance Carr, as though like Lance Carr, this guy here, like he needs this John Uri to get some college coaches to watch him. John Uri didn't even know that Lance Carr had already signed with UAB. Well, that's debatable. He didn't post or acknowledge that he was signed with UAB. So that means if a person didn't know Lance Carr and they follow John Uri, they gonna think this guy here. Let me check on Lance Carr. He signed already. So you didn't discover America with this one. So my point is this: if a kid is not wearing his uniform, if you haven't led him to believe there's a possibility that you can be joining his program, then you're not likely to get an abundance of ink. This is the type of
He
stuff
ain't
that
the
I'm
only
talking about.
one.
He ain't the only one.
That's
Who
rampant
else?
throughout basketball community, Jimmy.
So it's a slew.
Jimmy, they ain't talk. Jimmy, I told
Oh,
you.
you talking about grassroots coaches? You talking about
Grassroots
grassroots
coaches.
coaches?
That's what
Okay.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah,
Jimmy, this
yeah.
what hurts me. This what gets me. I never forget. Coach called me, came to town. Man, come meet me for dinner. All right. I'm thinking I'm gonna see the Houston basketball community at dinner with this particular guy. Nobody there but me and him. And he said something. He said, I'm going up here to College Station. I said, why just me and you at this table eating? Why ain't you invited? And he said something. He said, Robert, don't take it wrong. I know you live here. I know you love Houston. I love Houston too. But I ain't got time to play around with these Houston Negroes. I'm trying to get to who make the decisions. And these dudes actually telling me about another player, this and this and this and this and this and this. And they, I ain't got time. He said, that's why I love to deal with the people that I deal with. He said he deal with in Dallas. They gonna take me straight to what I need to do. Let me get it and get. He mentioned. He said that's why he got to hit another city that he goes to. And he said these guys. He said Houston is messed up, Robert. I said, wow. That, yo, I live in Houston. I'm from Memphis. Property taxes and all that good stuff, I had to pay them in Houston. Or in the county that I live in. So our problem is more than him. He's one of them. But coaches can't get a straight answer. I called John Ewing, asked about a kid. He gonna talk negative about him. I called this guy talking to a kid. And y'all know I'm on this phone, I'm on this show telling the truth. I know some of y'all done said something about kids throughout history. And y'all don't even know that I know y'all said it. I knew some of the people that was in the room with y'all. So it's rampant. He said, I know you're going to tell me the truth. Y'all don't understand how this kind of stuff. I got a phone call, Jimmy, from a coach saying, what's going on in Houston? And it wasn't about Rick Nelson's text. It was your tweets. I said, I don't know what's going on because I hadn't talked to you. He said, what's going on in Houston? I said, shh. Yo, when is it going? We got the power to stop it. But see, we just won't. Because we want to explain everything away. We want to mansplain everything away. And I'm sitting there watching it, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I'm in a position where I can look at all of it. You can't tell me I had to tweet it. Because the people in my circle know I wanted to say something a month ago, a few months back. I ain't call nobody. Where both bad, I ain't said nothing. I got to handle things the way I'm gonna handle it the way I handle things. I ain't finna go on social media. The stuff I've been telling young men, they gonna look at me like, damn, Robert. All of us got to take a look into I know, well, some of us just think we're above it. No, we're not. No, we're not. Y'all got to realize, changing the world of this community take more than everything any one person knows. But not more than all of us together knows. So that's why I keep trying to tell you, why can't we work together? Well, I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. Well, you don't have to like him. I sit there and watched with my own two eyes Demetrius Sutton, Hal Pastner, and Mr. Trauber. Those guys said they didn't agree with each other. But at the Houston Hoopers events, they sit there, both of them had the Houston Hoop t-shirt for the cause and for the purpose and for the thing that we need to. I'm gonna sit here. I might not like this dude. I'm not finna hurt the Houston Hoops because I don't like this dude. We just, I just, it's killing me sometimes when I got, and see, I didn't want to talk about this, Jimmy, because I asked my partner. He called me. I said, man, you got to help me through this. He said, why? I said, it's a subject everybody's sending me. That's why I got all of these, Jimmy. That's why I got all of this stuff, the tweets. People were sending them to me. And I said, I really don't even want to talk about this because it ain't got nothing to do with me. And he said, yes, it does. Because it's your community. It's your community. I see the things that's going on. But when I say something like this about it, it's some people right now, I can't believe he's saying that. Forget him. I'm not giving you my see, when I say something, y'all, I'm trying to back it up. If I have an opinion, I'm trying to back it up with facts. And I'm seeing it when these dudes call me from out of town and dudes telling me this kind of stuff. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, that I don't like this because when you're saying something about Houston, I'm thinking in their head, Dad Houston, nigga, that's where I live, bruh. You can't talk about Houston. I'm gonna defend it. But I still got to have us. We got to figure out, how can we make this better? We got guys like this in this community. What can we do to get around it? And Jimmy, you just said, look, moms and dads, the only way we can get around it, we don't send him no players. Then he won't have no team. He won't. Then something else will happen. It's unique, man. It's a unique dynamic, Jimmy. I don't talk too much, but it's just I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's all. Because I've seen too much of it. What you got?
I mean, and landing the plane, and of course, on that topic, that's what I say it's for you guys to understand how I applaud all of the guys that did the effort in holding accountable and are trying in their attempts to hold grown folk accountable. And those are just the public comments that we see on the social media platform. As I said earlier, if you make a comment, that's what they call the word, a tread on the social media post. Mm-hmm. That means there's other posts up under that. Well, here's the deal. If you delete the initial post in the thread, it deletes. That means if the conversation gonna take place, it ain't gonna take place anymore here. If you leave it up, that means you're making a statement, a non-verbal statement, because it don't have to be up there. If you feel, think about it. You said the whole thing started. You walked in the gym, and I asked John. He said he was there about 12 o'clock. Well, 12 o'clock is the time when Silsby High School was playing. So you said what no Division I prospects, what no Division I. He said, quote unquote, I did not see one Division I player in the gym. That don't mean there wasn't none in there. He said he did not see one. You follow me? So my thing was, well, Silsby was playing. I told you, Silsby was playing. There's a young man from Silsby High School that's in the 10th grade that John Urey has personally tweeted about, claiming that he is top shelf, that he is not just a Division I, that he's definitely a Power 5 prospect, according to John Urey. So but you make that statement, if I'm a grassroots program that's I don't know, who does Peyton Jones play with in the summertime? You guys, some of you guys made what grassroots team does he play with? If John Urey is trying to recruit him, and if I'm a rival program, all I gotta do is just remind him and show the mom and daddy that post and say, look, he was in the gym when your son was playing, and is already deemed that ain't no Division I players in the gym. And when you use the word players, we know what that slang, that terminology means. That means prospects, guys. Sure, we didn't mean that U of H players will be in the gym, Division I players. Though that word is coined for prospects. So my thing is, and I see Ned had posted on the Twitter and responded, you holding John Urey accountable. I applaud Texas Takeover. He named there are 9 players that has already signed Division I that played in Rick Nelson's event. Jalen Dean Vines is going to Vandy. Lance Carr, we just mentioned him, UAB. Nathan Nguyen, Sam Houston State. Amari Reed, UT Arlington. Bryce Jackson, U of H. Devon Pearson, Corpus Christi. Yvonne Cochran, he's going to Rice. Christian Thompson is going to Lamar. JoJo McIver, Colorado State. Those are the signed players. There was a whole lot of Division I prospects in the gym. They ain't got to be national McDonald All-Americans, future NBA pros. That's not the business that you in. So, I mean, that was Beaumont United. How do we talk about Big
So
EJ
you're trying to
Moore?
make something logical out of something illogical. That's what you're telling me right now. You still talking about what he done. Jimmy, we know
what I'm doing, I'm giving facts. I just named 9 guys that had signed. So those are facts. That way, if you've left this conversation still with the question mark saying, well, damn, okay, that's questionable. That's debatable. I'm gave you some facts of Division I players that had signed letters of intent. I didn't even go through the whole. See, if I start naming names, like I just named a young fella, I was going from the bottom to the top. If I start naming names, then that's debatable. Because some kids get better, some kids don't. But there were some kids in there that were 2025s that are for sure Division I prospects. For sure. Now, they may not have been playing at 12 o'clock. But at the same time, if you got the schedule, you know about the event, it's like any other event. You look at the schedule, you say, I'm going to go to this game, I'm going to go to this game. I can leave, go get something to eat, go run a couple of errands, I come back and go to this game and this game. You know you've done your homework. So it means it lets me know that you didn't even give respect to the event, do your homework. Let me tell you what happened now.
Respect. When you saw the $50, see, when you saw the $50. See, y'all got to realize success has enemies. Failure has friends. When you saw the $50 comment, when I saw that, that's when and especially when I talked to Rick, I said, that's the problem. If that man didn't have to pay that $50, y'all, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
He probably
But he
wouldn't have made
talk
the
about,
first initial
but he talk about
comment.
he talk about all of y'all kids. I just don't tell you. I use an example of saying a guy called me but
What you mean? Talk about him in what context?
talking about him
Good,
negative.
bad, happy,
I
sad.
just gave you an instance,
Oh, okay.
Jimmy.
Well,
He called
I'm just
me.
saying. I want to make sure you.
He called me asking me about a player. I said, "What? Who he thinking about going and playing with in this summer?" I told him. He went talking negative about the teams that he wanted to go to. They ain't did this. They ain't did this. They ain't this. They ain't this. Okay. I said, dude, don't go to this folks' parents saying this kind of stuff. Y'all, I'm talking to him on the phone now. This is why I don't be surprised with none of these tweets. Then he come to the same guys, came to the kid's game, and a kid couldn't do nothing right. But he wanted him. And he was saying that to me and know my relationship with him. Can you imagine what he said when I was not there? See, y'all, it's a lot of people on this feed. When people not around, they ain't saying the good things they telling you they saying. That's why I say it's rampant throughout the community. Somebody asked me about a kid that I know real good. And guess what, Jimmy? I just gave him my assessment of how he's playing now. They look at me like I'm crazy. I said, whoa. Y'all, if you know anything about me, you got the ball to get the call. I'm not finna talk about you and you've been, what Jimmy said, laying eggs. I'm not finna talk about you if you ain't got better than the last time I see you. Not me, but I'm not finna do nothing to hurt you. And somebody told me this. And y'all got to hear this, mamas and daddies out there. Man came to me one day. He said, Robert, he was just talking. And he said, somebody told him, I know the person who told him. He said, it's not, you got to watch the people in Houston. These people from out of town. He said, you got to watch if your kid play basketball in Houston, you got to watch. He said, you just got to watch to how you navigate it. Because it ain't nothing that a lot of them can do to help you, but they're gonna surely, if you rub them the wrong way, they're gonna try to hurt you. He said, so tread lightly if you plan on bringing your son to Houston. They won't do anything to help him. But if you don't tread right, that's Jimmy, what you used to say, that's the politics. They'll do everything in their power to hurt your son. That's the reputation that we have now. And where that responsibility lies, it lies in your hands, Jimmy. It lies in Rick's hands, in John Urie's hands. Because what? Y'all, when everything is going good in this community, I sit there and lift y'all up and say, they are the ones. They the gatekeepers. They the godfathers. They the people. So if it's bad, then that same responsibility got to be on y'all. Maybe it's y'all got to come in and say, look, man, maybe I was part of this shit. Why it's all messed up right now? What can I do to help? What can I do to help? That's because we give you the credit. So shouldn't you take the blame? If the basketball community, the grassroots, and shouldn't the people that get the credit take the blame? And people, I'm asking y'all out there, y'all scary asses. We put people up on pedestals when things is great. LeBron, we was loving him last week. He went over, he'd have been more over 20 something. They talking about him right now. He's got to take that blame. He got to take that blame. He got to own it. If I give you the credit, you got to be able to take the same responsibility. Hey, this is my city. This is my responsibility. I got to figure out a way to make it right. That's all I got to say.
Yep. And boy. Some conversation today. And and mind you, I damn sure wasn't a purpose of me trying to change the object of the conversation or the subject of the conversation. Because I know that's not going to, that's not likely to happen. But at the same time, I just wanted to really provide you guys with some facts in order to, as you move forward. As I posted earlier, in case some of you guys didn't miss, a lot of people are driving in their cars listening to the Chop Shop. A lot of people watching the Chop Shop while at work and not really active. So that means the numbers that you see are minuscule for the actual people that are watching this, actually watching this show right now. There are hundreds of people that are watching the show that don't click the button to let you see them on the show. Some people don't want to do that because they may be college coaches and don't want you guys to know that they're watching you and seeing how some of you parents may be talking. Some of them may be people at work, and hell, they didn't turn their boss on or other people up to the Chop Shop, and they don't want them to know that they're not working on company time watching the Chop Shop. So people have their reasons. Trust me, if you take that numbers that you're watching on your screen, you think that's it, you have totally lost your mind. Think I'm joking? Watch what happened when the show over with, or what's going on right now. People are texting you. Those group texts that I
Oh,
told you guys and mentioned earlier, those things are in hot. They are in high tide today. People saying this and that, this and that. They
the
are
group
grouped,
text.
and I want to make sure I clarify something before we get out of here, because I had about maybe a half dozen people insinuate that or somehow have been led to believe that my tweets from Saturday was geared towards John Uri.
Mm.
I promise you on my mama that not a single text that I made was geared toward John Uri.
Nah. I,
It just so
it,
happened that his actions fell under
yeah.
the description,
And Jimmy,
and
that's what
somehow,
you notice. I didn't tie. We didn't try to tie them in. I know they were separate, but somebody else called me and asked me about that separate. They didn't even know about the John Uri thing. They just asked me because they know about me and you. They said, "Man, what is going on in Houston?"
yeah. I just wanted to make it clear. It was
No,
not.
no, no. That was a good one.
No,
But
no,
Jimmy,
a lot of people. I'm talking about. I've had a few
I,
people that
I didn't
came.
know
Man,
that. Okay.
you gonna join your. What do you mean? I haven't said nothing publicly about him. I'm addressed it on Tuesday on the Chop Shop, and
But can we talk
but
about
no,
that though? Can we talk about your tweets?
but
We got a few
that
more
tweet.
minutes. Can we talk about them?
All you have to do, and well, you got to read the tweet.
No,
What it
I got
said
them
to
right
him.
here. Jimmy, hold up. I got them. Let me read them. Let me read them for you. These people be sending me stuff, Jimmy. Boy, I love my people. They just sending this. They just splicing this, Jimmy. They'll splice your stuff up, Jimmy. They gonna splice some of this up and send it to somebody.
Oh yeah, they
Jimmy said,
already.
"Yeah, wait a minute, Jimmy. You had a couple of them. God damn, you know what? Hold up. I don't know if this is the first one or not. You said I'm sick and tired of these two-faced suckers who routinely hate undercover and convos our group text while hoping that I fail. Wow. You fail? That's heavy. Mostly because you feel I rank your kid. Where are my damn glasses? You know I can't see. I rank your kid too low at some point. It was pathetic. Hating has a price, though, and it's posted at the front entrance. Oh, I like that one. See, I didn't get that. So then, hold up. Then you came back. No, I ain't messing. Cedric, I'm saying the things y'all scary ass won't say. Y'all scared to tell Jimmy. Jimmy, what's wrong? Why you treat that? I ain't scared, Cedric. Cause guess what? All you had to do is ask him and he about to answer it. So then I come back. You said, if you didn't get me a birthday gift, god damn, excuse me, y'all, provide a random act of kindness toward my family, boy, that's being a little selfish, and assist with a way to assist in a way to decrease my event expenses. Do not ask me for any future passes to my event. Effective immediately. And I'm dead serious. Boy, I like that one. I like that one. Hold up. Oh, then you talk about the Rick Nelson. So that's the next tweet. I ain't gonna talk about that. Them two tweets right there. Them two tweets like that.
Well, of course, the last one, address the last one about the birthday gift and provide a random act of kindness towards my family. That means me or my family. I just going to the end of character, meaning that, for example, yeah, because I mean, it's like if it was a cookout. If you got a cookout, and I mean you providing food. What do people normally do when they get invited to a cookout? This is a backyard,
They
not a
bring
party.
some.
Not a what they do what?
Bring some.
Okay, so what's the difference? That means they're decreasing your expenses. People, what are you bringing me some ice? What are you bringing me some beer? What are you bringing me plates, forks, napkins? You decreasing my expenses.
I got a question. Do that many people call you for free passes?
Absolutely. They absolutely.
Could you put a number on it?
On the average.
Per tournament.
On the average, between 15 and 20.
Okay.
On the
Adds
average.
up. That adds up a little taste, Jim. But keep going. I got you.
And so you start thinking about it coming from an event with no sponsorship. No sponsorship. And then you look over at, and these events got a tote and you treating it like, my thing is, once again, and realize, like you said earlier, some of the things you look back, I'm at least 51% of the problem, because somehow I made too many of y'all feel that we cooler than what we really are. Because we can't be that cool, because y'all in some of these group texts talking shit about me and degrading or deflating me behind closed doors. So that's the thing. And that's why, and I wish in 2025, that's one of my things.
Okay.
Is to try to square it off with as many people as possible, so that way ain't no faking got to be done. If you don't F with me behind in them group texts, don't F with me when you come into the gym. Ain't no secret undercover mission. You ain't infiltrating me. You ain't getting that close to me. Don't do it. I promise you, you ain't. When y'all see me roll up most places, how do you know it? We roll kind of like. Who in that other seat when you riding?
Nobody.
Who in that other seat I'm riding? Unless we done met somewhere and we going straight around the corner to go get some more drink. Or we gonna say, or we done met up and we finna go somewhere and save one valet because I ain't gotta pay
Ain't
2
nobody in
valets.
the back seat.
Ain't nobody. So y'all got you. If you paying attention, watch how I roll. You ain't getting that close to me. So what make you think that we that damn cool? You ain't say happy birthday. You ain't bought me no gift card. You ain't bought me a bottle. You ain't bought nothing. You ain't nothing. But then I gotta always. So that means you always taking, but ain't never giving.
I got a word for that, Jimmy. Toxic
What?
relationships. Toxic.
That's what it goes.
But keep
And
going.
guess what? There are many people, and here's the thing. And I'm addressing it. I'm glad you brought me into this space.
Come on.
Just because I put you on the guest list or gave you a pass yesterday doesn't mean I ain't Rick Nelson. I ain't rolling your ass over to the next event automatically. What make you think I'm supposed to let you into all my events free? You're supposed to be wanting to help me and help my business. That means you go and you get one. No, man, Hicks, I'm gonna pay this time. You got me last time. No, Hicks, you gave me a plate, man. You helped me. We good. I got it. You ain't got to give. That's how it goes. Or that's how it's supposed to go. But then somehow in our community, primarily black folk. How many of y'all out there ask y'all for some money? I got a loan from some of y'all ass? Hell no. Can't none of y'all say I owe you no money. So I don't owe you no money. So that means, if I owed you money, I can get it. You say, why would I go pay this Negro and he owed me $15? No, I don't owe you. When most of y'all done came out and drank with me, guess who getting most of the tabs? I don't get them as much as I used to because I ain't boo-boo the fool no more.
Jimmy, so I was the big fool then. I didn't even drink, and I paid for everybody.
I'm just saying, I don't, and that's what they don't think about that. You pay the ticket, that means I'm supporting you. I'm decreasing your expenses. So why the hell can't you decrease my expenses?
I ain't look at it like
That's
that.
all I'm saying.
I ain't look at it like that.
That's all I'm saying. I'm decreasing your expenses. There are people out there, and they look out. Guess what? Don't you know some people you go hang out with when it come time for tab? You already know they ain't got nothing on it. And that's okay because you made a decision to go take your ass out there with them. So that means that's only 51% is your fault. And there's some people you go and it's time to get the tab. Some people, we got to play flip a coin, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Or you get the tab, I got the tip.
Jim,
But at least you're decreasing expenses.
I need y'all to help me with something. Y'all help me with something. Y'all, I need you. I need y'all expertise. I'm glad you said that. Go somewhere. Nice place. Nice place out here. Nice place out here. In Malibu. We in there. Dude, I know. Dude, I know. I don't drink, right? So we ordered our food. We had people around. But Jimmy, he kept buying everybody drinks. Take a shot. I got it. Take a shot. Big shot freaking Willie, Jimmy. Nice place. Nice. But Jimmy, when the bill came, how do you go? You gonna go half on this one?
Yeah.
Jimmy, you already know the food is a certain amount, but them drinks is 4 times as much as the food. Jimmy, I'll never, ever, ever, ever. I sit there and say, I ain't never going nowhere with this Negro no more.
Yeah. He didn't decrease your expenses. He increased your expenses. He
Hold
increased
on.
your
A dude
expense.
that didn't get not one sip of nothing. I ain't drunk nothing. But he big shot willing. Everybody think he the man. Don't be the man on my damn dime. Oh, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. I was hiding catfish grease. I can't tell you how hot I was. I said, but you just made me think about it when you said he increased. I wasn't
Yes.
Jay Jackson. I didn't plan on going there and spending that kind of money. Nice
And
view,
that's
but it wasn't worth that much. But keep going. I'm sorry.
and that's so that's the part of wanted to make sure I put that into raise your antennas on that. That's understand,
That's
guy.
a good one. I
I
like
got
that one.
these
I'm gonna use
these
that one.
these events, they don't make this type of money y'all think that they make. They don't.
Even if they did, Jimmy, it's okay. Jimmy, as
It,
long
it,
as I've been
you're right.
knowing you, right? Hold up. No,
And
no.
if they did, it's okay.
Think about this. Long as I've been knowing you, have I ever asked you how much you make on an event? Ever.
Mm-mm.
Ain't my business. But everybody else worried about.
Yeah, yeah. They trying their best and counting and counting and they counting everything. Know what they doing? They counting everything but your expenses. They ain't counting them expenses.
It just killed
I went
me.
over there, Rick Nelson had her. You know how many police officers Rick Nelson had the other day? He had 13 uniformed between HPD, Houston Community College, uniformed police officers.
How many?
He had 13 officers. Them jokers getting $60 an hour a piece. He in there 14 hours a day. See, they don't spend as much time on expenses as they do money. You probably
Dude,
heard people count. Man, I
dude,
see, man,
I've
look, I got about
never.
1,000 people in
You
here.
know
They
what?
start count
And
times
Jimmy,
15. Count them expenses like that.
I don't like nobody ask me how much I made off a deal, how much your percentage. I don't like that. That ain't your business. Quit being so damn nosy. I ain't never asked no, man, how much you make already? Man, how much? None of my friends, nigga, you make it, you make it. That's your money. Some of us, we just a little too nosy and want to worry about what everybody else doing. And boy, I don't know how we got there, but that's a message that needs to be. That's a message. Cause guess what? What I would think, y'all, let's quit worried about other people in this community and what they're doing. Cause Jimmy, what I found out, it's enough of us in this community that can give a positive messages to college coaches and people. That one message that's happening over there, we can drown out that one. Our problem is some of us want to start being like him. Stop Jimmy. Some of us want to be like him. Y'all sneak around and talk about kids. And all y'all can do today, let's just make it a pact. You can go get on your knees and say, Lord, forgive me, whatever. It can stop. We got the power to stop it. That's why I love this topic. And a lot of people don't understand why we have to talk about this because it's important. People don't understand, man. You got to communicate these things and can't be scared to communicate them. We be scared too much. I mean, see, I'm gonna get them. Oh, it's time to go. This is what we're gonna do, y'all. I want to make a pact. I gave it to a dude this morning. He said, Robert, that's heavy there. I had to write that down. He had to stop the car and write this down. I said, Doug, it's for you. Let's start preparing the child, the athletes, for the road. Not the road for the child. I'm gonna repeat that, then y'all gonna get it. You're going to get it on the way home. Let's prepare the child. He's going to have some of these kind of guys in his life. Let's prepare him for the road. We can't. John, you is the road. We can't prepare him for the child. He's too far gone. Let's prepare the child for the road and not the road for the child. That's treatable. And Jimmy, you can end it as you want. I don't care what you say.
Guys make sure
Everybody can use that one,
sure
but keep going, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's make sure you guys share the show if you hadn't done so on your way out the door. Good convo. We thanks to you guys that kept the boom boom room floating with your comments on Facebook and the YouTube. We understand, guys. We're just trying to increase your awareness, educate you on some stuff, so that way there won't be so much ignorance spread abroad. And when it comes to directly or indirectly, when it comes to this community, this basketball fraternity, so to speak, whether it be spectators and event operators, scouting services, uh, videographers, and whatnot, and even the participants or parents of those participants. So it's some stuff that you get out of this, and you can learn.
Yeah.
And as you go back and you watch it, remember I told you yesterday, I held true on that. This was not a, a, a John Uri bashing day. His name was used because it was a tweet that he initially posted
That's all.
that has approximately 50,000 views on that tweet. Approximately. That's a lot of damn traction on something that's incorrect. So it deserves attention. It warrant if for those that need be. Everybody, and so once again, just want to and say Chop Shop helped us ride. I'm glad you made it safely then. That's good. Hope you had it on speaker so the team can hear it, Walter Yates. Let us know and give us the final score of that game tomorrow, Walter Yates.
What game? What game, Jimmy? What game?
Oh, he's a college coach at Texas College.
Oh, okay. All right. He used to come on and tell us when he make moves. He don't tell us. He making moves.
He told us back. He told us it was about a couple of months ago. He told us on the Chop Shop.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Yeah. So he's at Texas College. He ain't telling you their record. I want to know what the score gonna be after this game tonight. That's what get that win. Get that win, Walt. Get the win. But anyway, that's pretty much it, man. I can go deep on that, but that's we went far enough. You guys get the point.
I love Tamika. Tamika, this is the last time I'm talking about it.
I mean, that's it wasn't about him. It's about the people that he could come in contact with, and otherwise you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know, then you could be misled.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You could, and it's trying not to get so many people misled. That way, I don't have to hold y'all hand to let y'all know, hey, you better watch out.
Yeah.
Shoot, okay. It is what it is on that. So anyway, that's it, man. It's time to get up on out of here. Make sure shout out to our guys Troy Pradia and what is it, Brian Cox? What's Cox? The Cox Pradia Law Firm. Shout out to them. Have their annual holiday shindig this evening. So shout out, so I gave a shout out to them today. They was longtime supporters of the Chop. So it's just because they don't advertise every day doesn't mean you forget about it. That's because when they doing their shindig, they pay for all that stuff. Think about that. Yeah, that's a lot of that goes into.
You missed last year, Jimmy. I'm gonna miss this year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be it this year.
It was nice. I promise you. If you got
an invite, what they eat at?
Everything. You go from room to room. It's food every damn well.
Oh, it's one of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I went a couple of years ago. Yeah, but I just forgot.
Yeah. It's unique. You know what? I didn't even open up the damn invitation because I knew I wasn't gonna be there. So
yeah,
and if one of y'all was nice enough to me, I would have gave y'all the invite, but I ain't gonna do it. Too late anyway.
Yeah, that I don't need them rolling up trying to see. We're gonna be up in there tonight. So anyway, shout out to everybody, man. Y'all share the show on your way out the door. See you guys on tomorrow. And thanks. You guys got a good
That
dose,
was good.
30 minutes extra of
That was good.
overtime on today. But we up out here. I got to go hit this track and I got a meeting at 4. So, and another meeting and then get on back home and change clothes for that little
Yeah, they be
shindig.
dressed up there. Yeah, you're right. They be dressed up now. Everybody be dressed up now.
Yeah.
Bring a toy now. Don't forget to bring the toy now.
Yeah, you got it said bring a toy in the thing.
No, I just bring a toy because I know what they're doing. They raising and they giving them toys to a good cause. So I always
you get the good toy. The good toys. You go to the dollar store, Dollar General, dollar store.
Man, I'm gonna go, man. I'm gone, man.
Yeah, remember that. Get a good toy there, man.
I give people toys that I'm gonna get my man in there. Man, let me get in here with my man.
And them things don't come up missing. They come up missing. I saw somebody get a toy and pull one back before on one of them toy things.
Now this is security. Hey, they got some. You talking about Rick has some security? There's some security there too. But we'll see y'all later, man. Golly, I wish I was there. But I'm out of here. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
NBA talk tomorrow.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live.